Greetings from New England in Salem, Massachusetts. Here is a walkthrough of the Salem Witch Trials Memorial, commemorating those who were hung in the witch trials of 1692.
I'm on my own, totally.
Now today is the actual Haunted Happenings event, which runs for the whole month of October. But today being October 31st, it's quite festive here in Salem. But not every moment of it is festive. When we look at this wall, we are reminded that 19 people were hung, murdered, for witchcraft. Now, if you were to visit Salem, Massachusetts today, you'd have a wonderful time celebrating Halloween. You would see a beautiful celebration of witchcraft and Wicca and Wiccan and acceptance. But what we're talking about here is 1692. These 19 people that were murdered were not even practicing witchcraft. The easiest way to describe the Salem witch trials is there was an oppressive religious Puritan ideology taking place here, as well as land disputes.
Yeah, so they kept like
Martha Corey being related to Giles Corey. Now Giles Corey, you'll see this site is quite decorated. Now Giles Corey was not hung as a witch. Giles Corey refused to accept the option of needing to plead guilty or not guilty, meaning that his court proceedings for witchcraft could not go forward. Unfortunately, Giles was pressed to death to try to get the truth out of him. Not hung as a witch, Giles was pressed to death. Now there's an actual cemetery back here, which is an interesting adaptation next to the Witch Trials Memorial, because none of these markers actually represent grave sites. Witches were not given the proper Christian burial. After being hung, their bodies were just dumped. This was created after the fact. 300 years after the fact, after their bodies were dumped, not actually buried here. The folks that are buried here, you'll find 2 judges that actually persecuted these 19 plus folks receiving a proper Christian burial. Have we not learned anything from that? As these memorial markers don't represent graves, but 300 years ago, the persecutors of these innocent people, 2 of those judges still have graves, and maybe some of you are smiling because they're being trampled on today, but they still have proper graves in this cemetery. Whereas these folks who are honored properly, who are innocent of witchcraft, were tossed
he was trying to get by
into the woods after being hung.
I was trying to tell you to move out the way. They just got scared.
Now, some folks may say it's inappropriate to party at this location, but these folks were innocent. And if their ghosts are trapped here, why shouldn't they be honored by folks, millions of people who know that they're innocent, coming to revel in celebration? Sarah Good, I know you were innocent. And millions now know that you were innocent. Bridget Bishop, millions now know you are innocent. And that brings me to a spot that I'd really love to show you. which goes backwards to 1692 and forward to right now, because we all know these 19 folks are innocent. And here's the message. I do plead not guilty.